Hello again. Today we are going to be dividing complex numbers. All right. So what that looks like is this. Let's say I have 3 over I. Well, you can't leave I on the bottom of a fraction because remember, I is the square root of a -1, and we do not leave radicals on the bottom of a fraction. So the way you solve this situation is you multiply top and bottom by I. Because remember, anything divided by itself is 1. And you can multiply anything by 1 and it still has the same value. So what I'm going to do is multiply straight across. And that leaves me with 3I on the top and I squared on the bottom. But remember, I squared is -1. So that leaves me with 3I on top and -1 on the bottom. Well, if I take 3I and I divide by -1, the answer is -3I. So let's say I have 3 divided by 2 plus I. Well, the way you solve this is you multiply the top and the bottom by 2 minus I. Watch what happens when we do that. So we'll multiply the top, which gives us 6 minus 3I. And on the bottom, I have 2 plus I times 2 minus I. But I can simplify the bottom, the denominator, and I'm going to do FOIL. So on top, I still have 6 minus 3I. And on the bottom, I have 4 minus 2I plus 2I minus I squared. Well, on top, I have 6 minus 3I. And on the bottom, you'll notice I have a minus 2I plus 2I here. And those will cancel. And remember, I squared is -1. So I have 4 minus -1. You could simplify this, and it becomes 6 minus 3I over, well, this is 4 plus 1, which is 5. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to simplify this. We're going to break it into 2 fractions, okay? So this becomes 6 over 5 minus 3/5 I. And that is how you write this in standard form. So here I have 2 minus 3I over 5 plus 2I. So the way we solve this is we multiply top and bottom by 5 minus 2I. Slide this over a little bit. And when we multiply straight across, remember, we're going to do FOIL. So first, outer, inner, last on the top, which is going to give me 10 minus 4I minus 15I plus 6I squared over 25 minus 10I plus 10I minus 4I squared. So we can simplify this. On the top, I'll combine like terms, and I'm left with 10 minus 19I plus 6 times -1. Because remember, I squared is -1. And on the bottom, I'm left with 25. And you'll notice that this minus 10 and plus 10 cancel. And minus 4 times -1. So we have 10 minus 19I minus 6 over 25 plus 4. So we simplify this. My 10 and my minus 6, those can simplify to 4 minus 19I over, well, 25 plus 4, that's 29. But we're not going to leave it like this. We're going to break it into 2 fractions. Because remember, we need to separate the real from the imaginary. So I have 4 over 29 minus 19 over 29I. And that is how you divide complex numbers and write the expression as a complex number in standard form. Hope that helps.